Hello and welcome to No Pun Included Plays Dungeons and Dragons. I am your dungeon master, Mr. Bobby Potato Head. And
There we go.
I'm not actually Mr. Bobby Potato Head, but Ross told me to call myself Mr. Bobby Potato Head, and that's how we're going to start. Today I'm not on my own.
Deflecting responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Today I'm not on my own. I have 4 responsibilities with me. Responsibility number 1.
I'm Elaine.
Responsibility number 2.
Emma.
Responsibility number 3.
I'm Paul.
And he kicked all his toys out of his pram. It's
Ross.
I thought it was going to be a potato theme. I thought it was going to have to be like,
Bobby Potato.
you're the Jersey Royal, or you're the King Edward,
yeah.
or
I
the
don't wanna be
Maris
a king.
Piper.
I don't want to be a King Edward for
Why?
reasons beyond the potato name.
I see.
Let's not go into
Ross, are
it.
you a Republican? Are you an anti-royalist? Do you want to bring down the royal family?
I mean, I wouldn't really mind if they left. I don't think I want to.
Left.
I don't think if I want to get rid of them.
Where would they
but
go?
yeah.
Yeah.
They have to
Gibraltar?
live
I
somewhere.
don't know.
They would actually, wouldn't they? They'd go to Jersey or Gibraltar or
The Isle of Wight.
somewhere in
They
the...
can
But
go
the
to Isle of
people,
Wight.
the good citizens of Jersey or Gibraltar don't deserve them. Don't deserve to have them there.
Did you know that Gibraltar is the only place in Spain where you can go to Iceland?
You mean
Oh,
the high
Iceland,
street,
the
high
shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
it's full of English people.
That's the kind of pop culture, not pop culture. That's the kind of like general knowledge that people tune in for.
Yeah.
Find out about
Into
where-
Dungeons and Dragons, right? That's what we're all here to
Yeah.
find out.
That's
Real
the-
world
that's the-
history and
That's
information.
this. What do you call the circles that cross over? I can't remember
Venn
the number.
diagram.
Venn diagram? Yeah.
Venn diagram of Dungeons and Dragons, Gibraltar and Iceland kind of knowledge combined.
Oh man.
Well, the royal family needs to shop somewhere, and
Well, they
might
can
as
go
well
to
be
Iceland,
Iceland.
can't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
If they live in
Yes.
Gibraltar,
Uh,
I guess.
why don't we take a look into what our adventuring group has been up to last week? Previously on Waterdeep Dragon Heist, after purchasing a dilapidated tavern, hiring refurbishments, and renaming it Morbash Manor, after Rogan Morbash, Ross's character, our companions set out on performing various tasks for different Waterdeep factions. They retrieved impounded goods for Argentarum agent Davil Starsong. They gathered information from a mountain-dwelling monk for the Blackstaff Raja Safar, and they even exposed Maloon War Dragon to be possessed by an intellect devourer. A 10-day has passed, and the tavern renovations have gone surprisingly well. Who would have thought? Morbash Manor is nearly ready for opening. On the last night before the grand opening, you were visited by a friend, Renner Neverember, who you've rescued previously, who revealed he was working for a secret organization known as the Harpers, who are in direct opposition to would-be tyrannical despots. He also revealed that Rogan was severely in debt to his
Allegedly.
friend, Mert the moneylender, who was also a Harper. The companions were asked to meet Mert for a potential job and working off the loan. Tickets were provided for Light Singer Theatre's performance of The Death of Mistra. You were told to meet Mert during intermission in private box C and wear formal attire. After donning your finest regalia, you set off to meet Mert, only to find your neighbors under assault by what you presume is a giant caterpillar. Many squishy stabs later, the caterpillar is on the ground, and you are all drenched in filth. Aside from Rogan, who is looking resplendent.
That new arm, right?
Yeah,
I got my shiny new armor. Spit and polish did the job.
I almost feel as if like something deliberately happened to trash our wonderful appearances.
Almost. I mean, you know, you didn't have to rescue your neighbors. You chose to do this. This is your decision.
That's true.
Yeah, of course. We walk out of our manor and we see someone attack, and we'll be like, "Oh, sorry, we have a party to attend to. Goodbye."
Bad for business having like massive worms murder possible
Yeah.
guests across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a
We
way,
should have
this is
snuck
advertising.
like a business card into their pocket while
Yeah.
saying that.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking of neighbors and potential business associates, an elf runs out of the local herbalist shop that you've seen, but
the local what?
herbalist shop
Herbalist. Okay.
that you've seen but never visited. They are carrying a bunch of potions and run up to the man that's dressed in a trench coat and a trilby that was punching the giant caterpillar and is now slumped on the floor, exhausted and covered in gashes and wounds. The elf administers the potions to said man in trench coat and says, "Oh, Vincent, you constantly get yourself in this trouble, and how many potions have I spent on you now?" To which he just sort of slumpedly goes, "Hurts."
Can we go up to him, this herbalist?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we all want to go up to him, or do you?
I don't think
folks-
Rogan's bothered. He'll just kind of be off to one side.
I would approach, especially if this is like a merchant neighbor. Is this someone we might recognize before, possibly?
You've seen this elf before, yeah. They were, opening the shop in the morning or closing it down in the late afternoon, and you've seen them just water some herbs outside because it's a very lively shop. There's lots of foliage and growth around it.
Sounds nice.
It's a tall 3-story building.
It's a big
and
shop.
It's a big shop, yeah.
Wow,
and
wow.
In fact, the roof of the building is converted entirely into a greenhouse.
Wow.
And it's full of plants, and so. But you've never spoken.
Okay.
Oh my shit! What are you doing?
I thought
Who's
Marsha
going
was.
first? No, sorry. I thought Paul, you wanted to do something. I thought Aris was gonna go and be charming and wonderful and before
Marche tend to be
Marche
charming.
Wow.
before Marche puts his foot in it.
He's not very. I don't actually find him a very foot. He doesn't. He usually seems very with it. Actually, is my impression of Marche.
Well, I'm glad that's the impression that he gives.
Let's find out.
Okay, so I will go up to them then, followed by Aris.
Okay.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes. Hello.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry.
I've seen you before. Your shop is marvelous. I mean, it's beautiful. And did you know that you're a herbalist? I'm an alchemist. I do the things you do. Like, we're the same. Isn't that wonderful?
Were you the people that were fighting the carrion crawler just now?
Why, yes. All of us. Look at us. Look, my friends here and I.
I'm so disappointed in the City Watch. They keep it keeps happening every couple of weeks. A carrion crawler just emerges out of the sewers, attacks the local residents or various other people who are passing by and could potentially be buying things. And the City Watch is nowhere to be found. Is this right? Did you know 4 weeks ago I nearly died from one of them?
I'm sure one of your potions helped you there.
Well, it wasn't a potion. It was Ziraj, who happened to be in the area, and I've never met him before, but Ziraj came to the rescue, slew the carrion crawler, and thankfully I'm fine, but I nearly saw my end there.
This is happening a lot, is it?
Constantly. It's a constant occurrence. Yes.
Well, I don't know if you've seen us yet, but we're relatively new to the neighborhood. We've been putting the old tavern back together and opening up for business. It's nice to meet you at last. I'm glad that you're here and able to help your friend. You wouldn't have anything that would clean us up, would you?
No, I don't provide cleaning solutions.
A potion of cleaning, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly.
A potion of soap.
Oh, yes, I have plenty in my shop. And in fact, they're not very expensive. They're only 50 gold pieces. And since you helped out the neighborhood, I'll do you a deal. 40 dragons for a potion of healing. And I'm sure Vincent is happy to help out as well. They point at the man that's lying on the floor in the trench coat. And Vincent says, yeah, if you want anything finding out. He gets up, dusts himself off. I'm your man.
Have somewhere to be. We have somewhere to be. And
We don't need
we're
any healing as well, right?
No.
I mean, I feel okay. Do you folks feel okay?
I'm totally fine.
Have we heard the herbalist's name yet?
No.
You have not heard the name, no.
No, we haven't.
They introduce themselves. My name is Fowler, and what are your names?
I'm
Aris.
Mache, and this is Aris, as Aris has said.
Well, fantastic. It's very nice to meet you.
My friends over there are Gina and Rogan. In fact, this is the famous Rogan Morbash of Morbash Manor.
I never heard of Rogan Morbash.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure it's just slipped your mind at some point. And in fact, Gina is one of the town's most popular bards.
Could you make a
song
deception
for anything.
check?
Wow.
Why? I'm not lying.
Yes, you are.
You didn't say talented. You said popular. There's a
That's
difference.
true. Oh,
She's
nuts.
talented, but she's
no.
underrepresented.
Deception? 19.
Ooh,
That's
go.
fine.
There we go.
I love good music. Where can I hear Gina sing?
In fact, in Morbash Manor, the grand opening is very soon.
Vincent, shall we go tomorrow to the grand opening? And he goes, I suppose I've got some spare time.
Perhaps I'll give you a little something to make sure you're going to come.
Meanwhile, whilst you've been talking to Fala and Vincent, you've also sort of not really paid much attention to the golden dragonborn that that cast all that magic and helped you fight the giant slug. He gingerly sort of creeps up and says, I heard that there's a grand opening tomorrow, and maybe I could come along as well.
Well, the more the merrier. I think we'd all agree that lots of spreading the word is a great idea. Lots of guests would be fantastic. And
Oh, I'm excited. I really like parties. Will there be any fireworks?
No, there's a bouncy castle
Oh,
I forgot about that.
and a ball pit.
I'm not sure.
Alright.
My scales are quite spiky, so I'm not sure I'm the best fit for a bouncy castle. But I would quite like. I could. I'm a magician of sorts, and I practice all kinds of theatrics as well, and I'm very good with the fireworks. If you would like, I could provide it's some sort of entertainment for the guests, and
It could be the fire show for our performance.
Yes. Also, like, are the fireworks safe?
oh yeah, absolutely. It's not real fireworks. They're not made with powders. They're made with magic. It's just light.
Okay. I mean, that could be great. Also, can I float
Maybe
an
not
idea?
inside. Oh,
Yes, not inside. Seems wise. Also, bouncy castle bad. How about trampoline?
Oh, trampoline is fine, I think.
That works for somebody like you.
Yes, trampoline.
Again,
is good.
outside. I don't think we should have an indoor trampoline.
I don't think that's necessarily a good idea
Lots
amongst a
of
lot
people
of
with
glasses.
headaches.
In a tavern, I presume there will be lots of people drinking, and I quite like to have a drink as well from time to time.
Yeah, we should probably separate drinking and the trampoline.
Did we remember to order those wooden flagons for the party?
Did we?
I hope
Did
so.
we?
Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of glass.
Oh,
Maybe we
yes.
could have a word with the staff before we. leave for the
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Good
actually
plan.
that's a good point.
What was your name? Sorry.
My name is Rishal, and I am of Bookworm's Treasure. He points at the magician's shop. That's just one, again, part of the alley. Although my full name is Rishal the Page Turner.
Oh.
Rishal, we got told there's been a lot of these kind of worm attacks in the area. Is that true?
I had to fend off at least 5 in the last year.
Wow. That seems a lot.
Yes, they seem to be emerging from the sewers. I don't know quite why. I haven't ever dared venture into the sewers. There's a lot of nasty stuff. I hear once someone saw a gazer, and also there's other times, as you can see, carrion crawlers and lots of bandit hideouts happen in sewers. I heard rumors of a gang of were-rats hiding out not too far away.
Oh, well, I think you're the bravest person we've ever met.
Oh, thank you.
Person. No. Sorry, was that... No. Dragon.
Person
Sorry.
is fine.
Okay.
Arshay laying on the charm there.
Physical
Yes.
being.
Yes, I didn't want to get it wrong and offend the poor thing.
What are you going to do?
How much time has
yeah.
passed?
Yes. How much time has passed?
10 minutes. You're not late for the theater or
Okay,
anything
that
like
was
that.
what I
Yeah.
wanted to check.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, this is a
Shay,
brief...
did you want to get any ooze off the dead worm?
Oh, I have. Ha! Scoop, scoop. As they say,
Scoop, scoop.
mucky slime waits for no person.
They do say that. That's true.
Even where I'm from, it's a common saying.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this deserves a future scoop Twitch emote.
Song.
Yeah,
Scoop.
has to happen.
But what are we going to do about the state that most of us are in at this point? Do we
I
feel
think
like
we're
we
fine. Like we're heroes. We're brave, and I think it's fine. I think people put too much bother on appearances.
But the smell might be bad.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, we've got plenty of time to get changed if needs be.
If we hurry, then we should go now. And
Look
then
at you,
get
Rosie,
changed.
Yeah,
with
if-
your several changes of clothes.
If you try and get changed, you will be late. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
which might be fine because you were told to come and see Mert during the intermission in private booth C, which
we do have tickets for a show. I'm not sure I want to miss. It could be a good show.
No, I don't want to miss it either. I mean, I agree. I think it could be super good and exciting and all of this. I do want to make a good impression. I feel like we should at least try and brush ourselves down or do the best that we can with the mess that we now are.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, go on. Go ahead.
Is Regal able? I kind of want to check with Regal if he's able to clean it up as a magician, shop, page turner, magician, wizard person.
that's a good question. Let's find out. So
Hey, Regal. Hey, so we kind of have a show to attend to. Are you able to just clean us up a little because you're like so good with magic? I mean, you must be able to like. I kind of want to like throw in some charm.
okay.
That was very charming.
That's charming. You can make a persuasion check, certainly.
Or perhaps he could just make us look clean. We don't have to actually be
Oh,
clean.
but we'd still smell then.
Yeah. Persuasion.
Like a glamour that makes
People
us
would be
That's
looking
a
at their
21.
shoes the whole time.
That's 21. That's pretty great.
Yes.
Well, I'm not really a beautician, and I can suppose if I use prestidigitation and then mix it with some. He starts muttering things to himself. And he pulls out a scroll, looks at it, reads it, puts out a book, flips through the pages frantically, and then eventually goes, okay, let's try something. And then he waves his hands, and a sort of a light shimmers over you, and you do seem cleaner. You don't feel cleaner. So there's definitely still a smell coming from you, but there is like at least an appearance of cleanliness. So
Maybe we
Cool.
could just bluff our way through this at this point.
I think we might have to.
Did he use his prestidigitation you just mentioned? Or to
he
clean
was
it up,
thinking
or-
about it. You don't know. He never told you what he used, and it didn't look like prestidigitation.
Because I could have done it.
I mean,
Because that's what I did with the Spider-Man.
there's a herbal shop. Maybe they've got some strong smelling, nice smelling herb, like like a mint or something that we can just rub on ourselves.
So you'll
a
smell
terrible
of
idea.
slime and mint.
Just
Minty
just
slime.
arriving, smelling like a really, really gross cocktail.
It's better than just slime.
Like a weird mojito.
Yeah, a slime mojito.
Slime mojito.
It's the
That's
old
awesome.
axe method of smelling good.
Yeah.
I don't need
Yeah.
a shower. I just need to spray
spray
myself
Axe.
with something. Yeah.
Just need to rub a couple of pieces of mint under my arms, and I'll be good to go.
Well, I mean, okay, we don't have to do that, sure.
Okay, so Lightstinger Theatre. I mentioned in the previous episode that it's in the C ward. It's not. It's in the Castle ward. I made a little mistake there. So a little retcon.
Okay.
Is a very impressive, grand building. It's clearly one of the most prominent theatres in Waterdeep. Has to be, because it's just a resplendent building. There's lights pointing at it, and there's drapes on the outside of the building with the death of Mistra embroidered onto them, and the really tall, long drapes with gold embroidery. It's really, really fancy. There's a lot of people in very fine regalia, all gathering around, entering the theatre. There's some ushers with very fancy suits, taking tickets from people who are entering, and as you approach, they say, "Yeah, tickets, please."
Rogan's gonna reach into his pocket and produce 4 tickets.
Ah, yes. Please proceed to the main stalls, which is just through on the center below the stairs. There's a door with a curtain. He points towards the door with a curtain, and as you enter the theater itself, it's just a really grand hall with many chandeliers and lights and candelabras on the sides of walls and lots of ornaments. All the ornaments are in white, and either in white and looks the sort of chalky texture, or marble, just straight up marble. So there's red velvet everywhere that you can think of, including on your seats. Your seats are not right at the very front, but pretty close to the front, right?
You've got good seats.
They're good seats. You've been given good seats, and you suspect that these tickets probably cost a lot of money. It wasn't just like,
Yeah, okay.
or maybe you can't even buy these.
It's not behind the pillar.
No,
Yeah,
no.
okay.
You've not
We
been
could
given.
have sold them for a lot of money.
Maybe. Who knows? You've certainly never heard of the death of Mistra, or some of you not even heard of this opera thing, and that's fine.
Is there a program that we can pick up or buy or whatever?
There's little parchments that you could pick up on the little table just as you
I'd
entered.
Like to
yeah,
take one of them.
This is
Just
Death of Mistra, a story in 2 acts, and
does it give timestamps? So, do we know how long this? Well, I mean, how long it is going to be till the interval that we could.
Concerned about toilet breaks.
A valid concern.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about missing him, and I don't want to be enjoying the place so much that he goes away or something, or gets
I don't
pulled
think
away.
Mert will
and
mind if we skip the meeting. I don't think that'll be a problem.
I think isn't that why we're here? No?
It's
I can't.
where I don't
I can't
know if I'm
recall.
go-
I can't recall. It slipped my mind why we're here.
Is Rogan a little red right now?
A little bit.
But,
So
I
Rogan,
mean,
yeah, just as like a little. So people who didn't catch the last episode, Rogan, it's been revealed that Rogan may. It's not been confirmed. May have a large amount of debt to this Mert the Myrtle kind of character, and it's something that hadn't been revealed up until this point. So he's still, obviously, in a very unsuccessful way, trying to downplay it.
You may.
Possibly.
Okay.
Once you seat yourselves down, the first half is gonna take about an hour.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
I
That's
just
fine.
kind of want to know like how long Rogan has to get jittery, and maybe think of some sort of excuse to not go and see him in the interval. That was it, really.
It takes only a short while for the people around you to go.
Oh dear. Well,
You know,
I'm
that's
very
sort of
much acting as if it's coming from somewhere else as
Yeah,
well.
I think
Like,
we'd
oh,
probably-
you know, that
Wow.
can't
I
be
imagine
me.
we'd be doing the same, being like, "What?
Yeah.
Who
Maybe it's the
farted?
theatre.
What's that smell?"
oh, no, it's us. It's us, Aris, Rogan. I see you're doing this business. Gina, I see you're doing this business. It's us. Don't remember, we're covered in slime.
no.
We just
Oh,
look
no.
like we're not, but we are.
Oh, shh.
Who are you again?
Well. Good
people
question.
give you funny looks, like what the hell is going on? Why are you making so much noise? What is the smell? Is it actually you?
We can
Everyone's a
get
little
shut
bit
out.
unpleasant. Someone goes, shh.
Oh, shush yourself, shushy.
Oh no, we can't take Marche to the theatre. This is a thing we've now discovered.
But after a while, the show starts, and someone once again goes, shh. And, you know, it's everything you thought it was going to be. There's a lot of singing, very loud singing, from an elf who is just, you know, belting everything out that they possibly could. And it's a really strong, powerful voice.
Is it good?
In a language you don't understand at all. There's a lot of props and theatrics and people jumping out and, you know, revealing themselves to be something, and you have no idea what's going on. It's confusing as all heck. It's somewhat fantastical in its presentation, but it's just an hour of that, and you feel confused, baffled, and it's been something. Everyone is once the intermission starts, you know, once the first half is over, everyone is clapping in a roaring ovation. You're not really quite sure why.
Oh, I guess we do the same though. Right?
Sure, if you'd like, yeah.
I do,
Aris
yeah.
will. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I? So it's not in Elvish.
No,
okay.
no, it's not in Elvish. It's
Okay. Yeah.
it's in a local dialect, some sort of. It's not
no.
Waterdavian, basically,
Okay.
right? And it's not common.
Did it sound nice though?
Sure, yeah, it sounds nice. The voice is nice.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can tell that the
Yeah, the
singing
singing was
isn't
good.
bad.
Yeah, okay.
It's just not something that any of you have quite heard of.
Okay, well.
Because I'm not. Maybe Rogan's been to the opera before, but I'm not sure the rest of you have. It depends. It depends on your characters, really. And
How's the music? How's
probably
the
not.
composition?
I mean, it's a lot of instruments, and there's a whole performance, and you think it's good. You know, it's on track, and it's beautiful. Yeah, it's
Okay.
pretty nice. Yeah.
No pointers for the
Huh?
music. No point. I'm not listening and be like, oh, maybe they should change up this or that.
No, as far as you can tell, it's pretty good. It's definitely a very competent
You
performance.
could give them some notes in the interval. Each one.
Yeah.
Just kind of a word of it.
Everyone's.
Well, let's go to the C box, the private box.
Can we get some ice cream first or something?
They don't really
Popcorn.
sell ice cream here.
Yeah, popcorn.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
We haven't eaten for like hours.
I mean, you just ate.
Did we?
Yeah. When Renner
Before we
came, you
left.
were having.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Dinner,
Yeah. All right.
so-
Sorry. Yeah. You're right. Sorry.
Come on.
Hours.
Yeah. So you ask one of the ushers where Private Booth C is, and he sort of goes, "Oh, what's that smell? It's just upstairs,
Everyone's
up
so
those
rude
stairs and
here.
to the left."
Okay.
And eventually, you come to what above the door says Private Booth C. It's not really a door; it's just a curtain, that's hiding the booth. And you realize that it's as high on the balcony as it can. But once you enter the booth, it's like a fantastic view of the theater, and you can see everything very clearly. On one of the seats, on his own, sits a very resplendent man. He's wearing a very fashionable hat, and his suit is fancy as all heck. He's quite portly, and in fact, I think I have a picture of Mert here somewhere. So I will be
Just
able
like to make a point while you're finding your picture that during like the whole performance and everything that's been going on so far, like Rogan's been mousy wouldn't be a word that you would normally use to describe Rogan, but
Mousy.
has been noticeably quiet and slightly withdrawn and almost looks shorter than normal, kind of just like reduced in stature a little bit. Not actively hiding, but kind of like staying to the back a little bit and not his usual upfront.
It pains
self.
me, Afka, how you're holding that book. It pains me.
I'm sorry. Here you go.
Just
I'm just
looks
trying
like
to
a
navigate it
cavalier.
amongst all the microphones and laptops and DM screens
no, but
and all
like
the technology
having
around
it.
it. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's a book.
It's a book. It's meant to
I
be
know.
used.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's
And
Mert.
it's our book, so
Yeah, no,
it's not
yeah.
going back to the library in a state.
Some people have that thing where they just cannot handle that. So
He's got
That's
fancy
true.
boots, fancy trousers, fancy green jacket, and a fur cape. And
He looked a bit like D'Artagnan, or
he
one of the
does look a bit like
Musketeers.
D'Artagnan, who's got a little portly in his latter days. Yes, pretty much.
Oh, I
He
forgot to
motions for you to take a seat.
How-
He's got
Cool, one of
seats.
D'Artagnan.
How busy generally is the opera house or the area that we're in? Like, is there just one box, or are there a couple of boxes, or are there a lot of people up here, or is it a bit
This-
sort of more?
There's some other
secluded?
boxes. Yeah, this is so here. This is a private booth. So
Yeah.
you figure there are 4 private booths in the theater. There's A, B, C, and D, and that's it. There's 2 on one side of the theater and 2 on the other side of the theater. So there's another box, but that box is empty right now. So you are literally like the only people around here.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, Karen, just Paul had a question.
Oh yeah, no, he beckons for you to take a seat and says, "Hello, I don't believe I've met most of you, although me and Rogan are already acquaintances."
Oh, you are.
Yes, Rogan borrowed some money from me a while ago. He came in with his ancestry, promising me that he's just in a bit of a downturn and he needs to rebuild his riches. And I was willing to help out because he seemed like a nice young lad.
Oh, I see.
You'll be pleased to know, Mert, that already acquired Morbash Manor, which is opening tomorrow, and we collectively joined Force Grey to raise our status in the community as an up and coming adventurers.
You are doing well, and I've been keeping my eyes on you, in fact.
Oh, have you?
Renner tells me that you've rescued him from certain doom, which I truly appreciate, and also rescued his friend, Floon, is it? I forget. And I hear good things from Volo, too. I believe it is from him you've purchased Troll Skull Manor. And I see renamed it after yourself. That's very nice. I've got a lot of ears and eyes everywhere, and that comes part.
Wow.
Well, yes, it's just part of the territory of being a harper. Which brings me to our business today. The intermission is very long, so I'm just sort of bulldozing ahead. Pardon me, but there's a lot we need to discuss, and very little time to do it. This, as you can see, is one of the safer places for a discussion, away from prying eyes. And I would like you to invite you to join the Harpers, mostly because I think you are very capable, partly also because Rogan isn't dead and you need to work that off. If you're not familiar with the Harpers, and of course, why would you be, then know that our entire goal is to stop tyranny from spreading, and our chapter is trying to stop it from spreading in the city of Waterdeep, and I have some very bad news for you. So far, we are failing. I don't know if you've heard about the Stone of Galore. I bet Renner mentioned it. That's what the Xanathar thugs were after when they captured Floon and mistaken him for Renner. Stone of Galore is a very important artifact, and its importance is simple. It's worth a lot of money. It's worth a lot of money. Somewhere under this city, there is a vault with 500,000 dragons in it. And the Stone of Galore is the key. So, or maybe even more, who knows? I hear it's 500,000 dragons. But if Xanathar gets to it first, or if other forces in the city, like the Jentarim, get to it first, we will be in a lot of trouble, because they will have resources that we simply do not have. And thus, I beseech you to join the Harpers, become our agents, and work towards stopping them.
So, as like an outside of character thing, have we ever previously? Is it ever previously mentioned to us who the rightful owner of the Stone of Galore is? Is that something that's ever come up with?
Actually, Renner did indirectly, and you might remember that he said that it's something to do with his dad.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I was trying to see if it was something that just everyone was after, or if it was something that kind of
so
had heritage.
Renner's dad is the previous Open Lord of Waterdeep, right?
Yes, that was it.
Who was exiled in shame for being effectively corrupt and not a very nice person. And you suspect that maybe this Stone of Galore has something to do with Lord Dagald Neverember's money, and that would make sense. You know,
I was about to say, like, the huge amount of money like that, my first thought is like, okay, who does that belong to?
Well, if you ask that out loud, Mert says, that belongs to Lord Dagald Neverember, who has embezzled more money from the city than you can imagine. That money belongs to Waterdeep.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I must say, we're very flattered that you want us to join the Harpers. I can only speak for myself, but any opportunity to increase, the name of myself as an adventurer, I'll rightfully jump head. He's trying to talk around basically. Instead of saying repay debt, he's saying like increased status.
Yeah, that's legit.
The gist is like he wants to pay off his debt, obviously.
Okay, so Mert is clearly pleased with what you say, and without much ceremony and further ado, he takes out this little wooden box and opens it, and it's lined with felt, and there are 4 pins inside of it. Each pin...
Man loves felt. The man loves felt.
Well, the theatre loves felt, but,
he's in
It's just a very felty part of town.
Yes, it's just, there's lots of felt here, right? And he takes out 4 pins, 4 silver pins. Each of them is a harp inside a crescent moon. And he says, take these and wear them. This makes you an official harper and recognizable to other agents.
What if someone... Sorry, go ahead, Paul.
No, Gina, sorry. Go ahead, please.
What if someone ask what's the symbol about? Is there a story people use?
It's just a nice pin.
Okay.
It's just a very nice pin. You can come up with whatever story you like for yourselves, but not many people will pay attention to that. Don't worry.
How many members of the Harpers are there?
we're scattered all across Farron, so it's very hard to say.
Oh, I see. Is there, with this sort of force grey thing and the jobs that we have now running an establishment, is there, any opportunity? Is there maybe going to be a problem that we could?
The Force
Find
Grey
it.
is a noble organization of adventurers, and sometimes they have their own rotten bad apples, but they pose no interference to us.
So you would feel happy about them. They feel generally happy about you.
They don't know about us, or those who do don't talk about us.
Oh, I see. I just personally, I don't want to fall between two stools or be pulled in two different directions, or three, I guess, because of the manner as well. And that's my one of my concerns. Also, like, is this a paid position?
Well, yes, you'll be working off Rogan's debt.
Oh,
Will Rogan be working on Rogan's
how?
steps?
Yeah.
And
How much, Rogan? How much debt is?
Consider us all now equal investors in Morbash Manor.
Wait, this seems like equal trouble. How much debt is debt, Rogan?
Well, he borrowed 1,000 dragons from me, and this obviously percentages that I have to make as a money lender, and there's some debt, but
You're a money lender.
yes, hence my nickname, Mert the Moneylender.
That makes a lot more sense now. I thought it was just a thing, that Rogan called you.
No, I amassed a lot of wealth in my adventuring days, and a lot of artifacts, a lot of treasures.
But then why do you need to make more money from people who can't really afford it?
I think you misunderstand my goals. My goal is to better the city for everyone. I don't make money for myself. Although
Okay.
I do like to go to the theatre, as you can see.
Yes, and wear finery. Perhaps.
I think Mert saw, rightfully so, saw potential in me to be a great adventurer, and thought it worthwhile, getting me the kickstart that I required.
I'm not sure about this extra money, though. I understand the 1,000 dragons. That's fine. We're in for that. But this extra bit,
No.
what? Well,
I'm not
Gina's
in for this.
Fine,
There's
Gina's
some-
not. We
It's
want
okay.
help a friend.
Gina can be a consultant.
If we accept these pins, are we all responsible for Rogan's debt, or is Rogan responsible for his debt?
If you accept these pins, he says somewhat dejected and disappointed, you are responsible for the betterment of this city. And to stop tyranny across of all of Farron.
I can take that, but not Rogan's debt. That's the only point I want to make clear.
Well, maybe there will be future rewards. Who knows? These jobs are lucrative, as you can see. He points at his fine regalia and at the booth.
Have you been in the field then?
He's somewhat like flabbergasted that you haven't heard of him, but he says, I've had many adventures in my lifetime.
Sure, okay.
He looks, by the way, just as you sort of take a good look at him, he does look portly, and he does look, somewhat worn down by time, right? Mm-hmm. But you notice like a glint of something, a glint of not just pizzazz, but more like skill and confidence and capability. This is clearly a man who could, even in his latter days, right now, could probably, stand in a good fight and be just as valuable as anyone else. So, yeah.
Yeah, but I think it was a good question for Gina, because she would not just make out that he was in the field. If
Oh,
she
yeah,
doesn't know
absolutely.
about him. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's the sort of conversation that, it brings up these details, I guess. But yeah, so he says basically that, there might be more opportunities in the future, and who knows, but right now, Rogan's still in debt, and that needs to be worked off. To wit, your first job. There is a talking mare called Maxine, who
a
is-
talking mare.
yes, a talking mare.
Most mares talk.
No,
Yeah,
mare.
a horse.
A horse.
Yes,
Ah.
called Maxine, and she works pulling one of the drays.
A
Find
talking
her
horse.
and debrief her on what she's found out.
Have I been drinking?
No, I'm pretty sure that if I just wind back like 5 seconds, we were told to go and meet a talking horse.
Yes.
That's what I heard too.
To debrief a talking horse.
For this gentleman.
Sounds like the kind of job that it's well within our skill set.
Sounds easy enough, at least.
I mean, how do you get a horse to talk?
Say hey,
Say hey.
horse. Yeah.
Say hey, yeah.
Oh God! I mean, hopefully in this case, if it's a talking horse, it's already predisposed to.
Maybe pick
Talking.
up a lump of sugar on the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's probably not okay.
Oh dear!
You hear the band start to, play the first notes of practice just before Act 2 kicks off. You notice that most of the people have returned to their seats.
Hey, could we? Would you mind if we stayed up here in the booth? The view is really good.
I actually, you have your own tickets, and if you don't mind me, you really smell very badly.
I think that's the
Forgot about
booth.
that.
But I've also been very much enjoying the show. Isn't the performance great? The whole thing about people taking off their masks and revealing their true selves, and people being gods and gods being people. The implications, the parallels and the illusions. Spectacular.
Could you tell us what language this is in, please?
Oh yeah, of course. This is in a Cormyrian dialect of Common. I thought it's, plain speak, really.
I see,
Easy to
thank
understand.
you, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah. Sure. Well, thank you very much.
I will pin on.
Thank
the
you,
pin.
Mert. We'll see you again
show.
soon.
It
I'm
was a
sure.
pleasure meeting all of you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. And he turns to the balcony and pulls out his little binoculars and starts,
Oh my god.
Wow.
So I guess the question is do we want to stay for the rest of the performance, or would we rather?
I mean, we're here now.
Yeah, but
That
we
is
don't know what's
accurate.
going on, do we? Really? Unless we want to
How-
try and meet the
how much is
cast
Aris?
afterwards.
How much is Aris genuinely enjoying the show?
I think Aris, as a person, is curious enough that he would stick around and watch the rest of it. And only relatively recently being in Waterdeep, like someone who has come from, I'm just going to say some maybe smaller settlements, it's an interesting, enjoyable evening.
What about Gina? Is the music good enough for Gina to withstand it?
The way it's described, yeah. So I will be fine with staying. If the musical is horrible, I would not be.
Okay.
Well, you stay then, and people still go when you come round, and the show is fine. Again, it's even now that you've been told it's in common, you don't really understand a single word that is being sung, and that's sort of okay. You still enjoy the tunes and the various people popping out with props, holding like a little cloud or something like that, pretending that they're a cloud. It's great, Yeah, it's entertainment and it's nice, and the clouds start singing.
Oh, wow.
And then someone dies,
no.
and you figure that must be Mistra, because
The death of Mistra.
the death of Mistra, right? So you're like, oh, okay, cool, right? She was killed by some dude.
by
No,
cloud.
By a cloud, yeah. It was just
wasn't the cloud. Yeah. Anywho, so that was the performance, and what do you do next?
That seems quite good. I think Aris would have actually really enjoyed that. Maybe we should wind our way back to the manor, get some proper rest, and talk about what we'd like to do next, maybe?
before
Go visit-
prepare for the opening.
Go
The
visit a
opening is
mayor.
tomorrow, is it?
The opening's tomorrow.
yeah,
Yes.
tomorrow. Okay.
We could
Council
go
Castle.
back, get rested, but then maybe chat to our talking horse.
Do we know the name of this horse? Sorry.
Maxine.
Maxine. Yeah,
Maxine.
sorry, you did say that. I blanked that. I was
It's probably late evening now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's quite late evening. It's like
probably gone to
9:30.
horse bed.
I don't think it's a wise idea to
Well, there's
roam the streets.
There's still drays, especially around this part of town, like Castle Ward, Sea Ward. All these locations will still probably have dray carriages. Dock Ward, not so much.
Where did Mert say Maxine hung out?
Didn't say.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in Waterdeep. It's a dray. It's a horse pulling a dray.
I mean,
Oh,
we can go and
boy.
ask. We can go and ask any of the dray
Horses. Hey, are you Maxine?
drivers. No, because
I don't know if the driver knows about.
I
the
think this
talking
horse is.
horse.
I think this horse is a spy. I don't
Yeah.
think it's like a. I don't think it's like just been like, come on, everyone, get on the
What's-
carriage. It's
so
like
you
her
think-
talking.
you think Maxine is her real name, but she has like a horse name as well.
I don't think
I don't-
people know it talks.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a horse.
That's valid, and it could have like a fake horse ID with a different name. And
Exactly.
different
Do
hoof
horses
prints.
have-
If we're going to go to talk, go find a talking horse and ask them what they've seen. Seems like that's like recon rather than just like a horse that everybody knows can chat.
We broke a leg.
everybody knows can chat. I just have this image of us now, like it's something like an episode of Homeland, and we're in a room somewhere, and the horse is opposite us, sat at a table, and we're asking it like really angry questions.
I
He's
think
trying
the
to play
horse would
poker with
recognise-
us.
I think the horse would
Yeah.
recognize the pins. I think the horse would know that we were part of the Harpers because of the pins.
But I think we will also roam the streets,
oh yeah, I don't think we should do it
stopping
now.
every
I think we
dray
should
and
go,
saying like,
Yeah.
"Hey, horse,
Oh, we
hey, horse,
didn't even
can you
ask what
talk?
she
Can you
looks
talk?
like.
excuse me, horse.
Excuse me, horse."
I think it looks like a
What do you
horse.
mean?
That's
No,
the
but
style.
like, horses look differently. Is it a pied horse or is it a brown horse? Does it have a floofy tail? Does it have?
Floofy.
These are all great questions. We probably should have asked Mert.
Yeah, we should,
We've
shouldn't
left
we?
now.
Really?
Mert didn't give you any more details.
No, I know.
He
We-
did
we
say,
can
though,
ask
on your parting
him.
that you are welcome to visit Mert's manor in the Sea Ward at any time that you like.
In the C ward.
Yes.
Let's go back some other time then. So,
Sea Ward is very fancy. That's one of the fanciest areas of Waterdeep. So,
Ooh.
should we head back to Morbash Manor, get ourselves cleaned up for the big day tomorrow?
If we see any drays passing us, I want to just
Sure,
show off
yeah.
the pin really inconspicuously, but make sure the horse sees it, and then just
okay.
Just start winking at horses as you're walking along. One of them
Well,
will
let's
wink
see.
back.
Yeah.
Let's see if you catch any drays on your way back. Because it's not that far from Morbash Manor. Hey, you do spot a dray carriage. So, what do you do?
Gina, do you wanna go have a word with the horse?
Yeah.
it's the
You're
horse.
good with horses.
Why do you think I'm good with horses?
You seem like a horse person.
That feels like an insult.
No, just you're probably good with animals.
Well, maybe birds, but that's the only. But
That's
that doesn't
just
matter.
a smaller horse.
I will just. Is the horse riding, or is it still, or is it at a stop?
Well, it was moving, but it stopped not too far away from you, and all the people from the theater are getting on it. All the fancy,
then-
all the
yeah.
really fancy people.
Be act like.
People with a lot of money, looking for entertainment.
Oh, is that it?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, guys, folks, I'm gonna play a song, and then you go talk to the horse, so I can just distract the people.
Oh, a little bit of a distraction. Okay.
All right. Okay.
So I will.
Iris, you're particularly sneaky. Maybe you could sneak a conversation with the horse.
Yeah, Gina, describe your distraction to me, please.
So I will be like, honored guests of the theater, to give you a kind of after party. I will now perform one of the songs from the show to have have you send off on a good note.
Ah,
We've
okay.
got like a hat that we could put on the floor.
So, considering that you
donations.
didn't necessarily remember the lyrics, as you couldn't quite understand the
No,
way
but
the
the
like,
music part.
yeah, the music part. Okay, so you're not singing; you're just
No,
playing
no,
on your
just
lute.
playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Well, give me a performance check. I mean, like a
Yeah.
a performance check.
10.
10. It's okay. It's, you're missing a note here or there, and it's serviceable. It's hard to remember, everything from memory. You've just heard this melody, and you're like a little bit unsure, and people can sort of sense that unsureness. There's almost like everyone's sort of enjoying themselves and sort of, almost entertaining you by pretending to be entertained, if that makes
It's totally
sense.
fine. If they're distracted, then it's totally fine.
Yeah. And at the end there's a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aris, what have you been doing meanwhile?
I guess I've been sneaking up to a horse to talk to it. I see this is how it starts, but then I see in a week's time I'm just bedraggled and I have a week's worth of beard or stubble and I'm still
horse
wearing the same
whisperer.
clothes and I'm walking around town talking to every horse.
What
We
did he
could be
say?
very lucky right now.
What did he say to strike up a conversation?
Yeah. What did
I
Aris say?
think Aris sneaks up to a horse, looks at it,
Why
thinks
the long
about what to
face?
say.
Sorry.
I came to Waterdeep to get away from it all, to find a new life, and this is what's happening to me.
Is that what you say?
No, Aris thinks for a moment and basically says, "Hello, are you a talking horse? If not,
Call Maxine.
bye."
It's called Maxine.
It's called yeah, that's fair. Are you Maxine the talking horse? I need to just don't be
Aw.
Maxine, but pretending not to be Maxine.
Let's
I
roll some
also think
dice.
if
Is it
you were-
Maxine?
I also think if you were like a talking horse, if someone said, "Hello, are you the talking horse?" Like you just want to be called like Maxine or
Do you know also,
It goes-
actually, sorry, we don't know that it speaks common, that Maxine speaks common, do
Stomps
we?
a hoof.
Yeah,
I don't think Mert would have sent us to go talk to a horse that didn't speak any languages
Okay.
we did.
All right. No,
Would have been
well, hopefully.
a weird
I don't
dilemma.
know.
Well, he
That-
expected us to understand the theater, so.
Yeah, exactly. It stomped 3 times. this
Yeah.
week.
Make a perception check.
I'm too busy.
Me?
so-
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
you Aris. Yeah.
You're talking to the horse.
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
That's really perceptive.
There's 4 horses. You've been talking to the horse in front, right? And suddenly you hear, like, from the horse in the back, psst.
Oh, thank God. I thought this could have been the rest of my life. Okay, I'll try and sneak around to one of the horses at the back and just look at it. Or look at the side of it, I guess, because they have eyes on the side of their head. So I don't know how you easily make eye contact with a horse. So I try and make eye contact with the pigeon. No, have you ever tried to do that? They're looking at you sideways.
I don't often try and make eye contact with pigeons.
The horse says to you, "What do you want?"
Right, hang on. I have to. It's me and my some friends of mine, and we'd like to talk to you about some things.
Well, be quick. I have a carriage to pull.
All right,
Are you-
Rogan's just gonna quickly rush
I
over.
need a
and be
signal.
like-
I need to,
Yeah.
signal to Rogan.
Rogan's rushed over and going, Maxine, we've been asked by Mert to find out what you've seen recently, if there's anything of note, perhaps.
How do I know you work for Mert?
Got the pins.
Pins. Look,
Check out
is it?
these
We just
pins.
got. We're new.
Shiny
we're
little
newly
pins we got
pinned.
on.
Okay, could you give me a charisma persuasion check?
Who?
Brogan and Aris, who are there. Are you there as well?
Once everyone is done with this, may I...
17.
18.
Karen.
I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, okay, you look like Harpers to me. So, tell Mert that
Horses don't know.
a couple of days ago, I gave a ride at some intersect. I can't recall where. Anyway, there was a sun elf and his half orc bodyguard, and I dropped them off at the yawning portal. They were talking about hiring spies to root out Xanathar Guild hideouts in the city.
We know those people, right?
Yeah, so Maxine gives you a
like-
description, and they sound very much like Davil Starsong and
Yeah.
and Yagra Stonefist.
Yeah. Carry on, sorry.
That's it. I just heard them. I'm talking about rooting out the Xanathar Guild and hiring spies. I'm pretty sure they're Jantarim because they had the whole snake thing going on, you know. So pass that on to Mert.
Yeah. Thank you
Okay,
very
thank
much,
you.
Maxine. We knew that already, but it's good to have it confirmed.
Did it just poo?
Yeah.
Can you read as well, or do you just talk?
Of course I can read.
How did you learn to read?
I haven't got time for this. I have to pretend to be a horse.
Are you not a horse?
Look, stop. Shh. I have to go. Clump, 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 clump.
Okay.
Right.
God, that raises a lot of questions.
Yeah, I was
Wasn't even
wondering.
Maxine.
I was wondering. Well, yeah, I was
Didn't
wondering if
confirm it's
if we get in a pickle and we need Maxine, I could always disguise myself as like a veterinary. I can't even say it, as a veterinary surgeon, and say to one of the dray driver, like, I need to take away your horse, like, just as a thought for in the future if we need her again.
We ever need
And
to
then we set
kidnap
her
our
at a
talking
table.
Not a
horse.
bad idea, actually.
To play poker.
So Maxine confirmed that Davil and Yagra were trying to root out the Xanathar,
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
which we knew anyway, right? That they were.
Yeah, sort of vaguely, but this is information that Mert might not know. This is something you know.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you're right, Ross. Like, it was good to sort of confirm it so that we can go back to him and tell him,
Yeah.
to Mert and tell him without.
Also, we don't necessarily want to tell him the things that we know that he doesn't know, that hasn't asked for.
Yeah.
Will he still be there because the show just ended? We
I-
got lucky with the first.
Yeah, people have left. You don't know, but it's not like you're going to be let back into the theater easily because everyone's sort of leaving, you know, like
Yeah.
the theater's
Maybe
closing
go and
down.
visit him at his fancy house on a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah, that's true.
Should we head back to?
Shall we head back to Wabash Manor, get cleaned up? I
would
think
really
one or
like
two
that.
people may have mentioned the smell.
Just a couple.
Yes, I would like that on a personal basis, and also we should prep for what is hopefully the launch of a burgeoning business.
Absolutely, and you'll be glad to know that tonight is the first night after the showers have been installed. So
Phew.
Morbash
Fantastic.
Showers.
Manor, yes, showers. You know, and by showers, I mean there's a plumbing system, and you know,
Wow.
like the water trickles down somewhere, and there's like you can heat up buckets and you know pour it in a canister and it trickles down and stuff like that. It's a fully operational tavern/inn.
Wow.
Wow.
Got everything. It's got everything.
Got everything.
Are these
It's-
public showers or?
I mean, if you decide to rent out rooms to people, then sure.
Okay.
Yeah, there's more than enough rooms for like you can house the staff in a big room, in a staff room. You can house yourselves each in an individual room, and yeah, you've got space. It's cool. You could probably
It's a
rent
little
out a
bit
couple of
exciting.
rooms easily. Yeah, you've got everything. You've got barrels and barrels and barrels of the Eluskan Illuminator. You know, if people want
Oh, yeah.
average beer, then there's just loads of it.
A lot of average beer for sale.
Yeah, you've got you've got 4 bar staff. You've got stools. You've got wooden tankards like you wanted.
Yeah.
Uh,
We did remember to order them.
and you get yourself sorted out and cleaned up, and in the morning, voila, the delivery of the bouncy castle and the trampoline arrives.
What about the ball pit?
The ball pit is there as
Yeah?
well.
Nice.
Everything's set up in the garden. Then you have Tally working on final polishings of various furnitures and tables. You know, just sorting out some bits here and there. Nothing, like everything's done. You've got Rishal, who's setting up like various incantations ready for a firework display. You have Matrim sorting himself out on the little stage that you have in the tavern, and he's tuning his lute and doing practice runs. You know, it's cool. You know, the acoustics are nice, and
Sounds like it's going well. So
yeah.
far.
Is there?
Sounds good.
This is
Hopefully, we've
suspicious.
created a good place here.
I think so. Is there anything you want to do before?
Can I make a quick perception? Oh, I'm rubbish at perception. But could I just have a little look round, right? Because when we came here, first of all,
Yeah.
there was like a ghost or something, or we could hear something or see something, or there was.
Well, there was writing on. No, there was talk of a ghost.
Yeah, there's talk. Can
There's
I?
talk-
Floon thought it was haunted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I make a perception? Can I see if I can see or hear or anything? This
Are you
ghost-
trying to investigate
Yeah.
effectively? Right.
Yeah.
You're trying to wander around the house and
Yes.
spot
Ghost
some-
hunt.
Yeah.
Under this guise of just like checking everything over, making sure everything's fine,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
But,
Are you using any magical abilities to do this, or
I haven't got anything that's gonna help me. I don't think. I was just looking through them.
Nothing that
a
you've
few minutes
prepared?
ago. No, like, no, I don't think so.
okay?
Sorry.
That's all right. So okay, then give me an investigation check.
Okay. 16.
Do
16
I
is
see Marche doing that? Do I sense her just making sure everything is in order for the?
Yeah, you don't know why Marche is going around the place and searching everything. It could be for any reason, right? But
I wanna mess with that.
okay,
I wanna do a presentation, and then just if she is close to a candle, if she's walking out, and then just snuff it out. Yeah, sorry.
It doesn't matter. Whatever. I don't
yeah.
care.
Okay, can you make a deception check?
I don't know. It's a spell, so I don't know.
Oh, it's a spell, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
the spell is fine. So you do the spell, right? The question is, can Marche tell it's you?
Oh, right. Yeah. Deception, right?
Yes.
18.
Oh my
Marche
God,
cannot.
Marche! There's a ghost in this place.
This. I'm talking to no one in particular.
Yeah.
This is the most exciting day. We have an extra special guest. What I would like to do is to. What's a non-verbal sound? Oh, sorry, not speaking. No, I can't do that. That's not going to work. Sorry. This will be something wonderful for the children. I can't wait to show them. That's it.
I have no idea what children he's talking about.
Well, aren't there going to be some for the bouncy castle and stuff?
Yeah, for parents,
It's,
they can
it's a
bring along their
family
kids.
show.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right.
I don't
okay.
think
Whole
we
point.
specifically invited children. We just really wanted a bouncy castle.
Yeah, well, Bouncy Castle does attract a certain type of clientele, so there might be children actually.
yeah.
That's true.
Well, I'd
Hopefully
hope
they
so.
spend a lot of money on ale.
What, the children?
Sure.
Well, then,
What's
I'm
the
not
legal
sure.
drinking age?
I'm not sure what the licensing laws are in Waterdeep.
There might not be that many.
no, probably
I mean,
not.
it's your impression of Waterdeep is that there are a lot of laws in Waterdeep, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
And,
If it involves giving money to guilds, then yeah.
yeah, it's very judicial in that way. So there might be all kinds of laws actually.
Out of curiosity, the mirror
Yes.
that was in the building
Yes.
when we first arrived. Where is that now?
Well, it's in your bedroom, Rogan.
Oh,
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
what were the
Just
words
a
on
mirror.
it? What were the words on it?
Closing time.
Semisonic.
It said semisonic written on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Had secret smile written on the back.
The master bedroom.
The only two songs they
That'd be
have.
any-
Yeah,
anyone to know.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So if it's in my bedroom, does that mean like I've generally been utilizing it as a standard mirror?
Yeah, you woke up and one day it had Teenage Dirtbag written on it.
We're just going through a whole era of songs here. Anyone who is young, even remotely young, won't have any concept of what all these songs are. These are all songs that are like 20 years old. But these are pop culture references from when we were young.
It's not that long, is it?
20 years is a while.
Don't think about
no.
it, Paul. It's best not to think about it.
So the only reason to ask about the Teenage Dirtbag Secret Smile Mirror is I've been using it. Has anything seemed unusual about the mirror during that time? Like, have I caught anything out of the corner of my eye? Like, have I woken up in the night and looked in the mirror and it seemed strange?
No,
it just seemed like a mirror.
It's been fine. It's just a mirror.
Did
It's been
Rogan
fine.
clean it? What of the
I
writing?
mean, Rogan doesn't. Rogan.
No,
someone else would have cleaned it for him.
Someone else cleaned it. I
Right.
remember someone cleaning this, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was Gina, but I'm not certain.
Oh, didn't
Okay.
we just get like cleaners?
Or
clean
yeah, you
the
got
entire
cleaners to
thing,
sort it out.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
We
yeah,
got
And
a
nothing is-
whole.
yeah.
Nothing has come back.
No,
It
nothing
didn't
has come
really
back.
have Teenage Dirtbag.
Doesn't say.
Yeah,
Or it
yeah,
did.
that's the joke.
No,
No,
okay,
no
that's
one
the
wrote
joke.
Teenage Dirtbag.
Okay, I'm
I don't know.
satisfied. I'm satisfied with this mirror segue.
Okay.
Okay, good. So yeah, is that it? Is that your preparation effectively? Which is
I
fine.
guess
I mean,
we
you don't have to come up with anything else.
could just check if all staff are present and seem ready.
Everything
Everything
is
seems
in
in
tip-top
order.
shape. Yeah, there's
Can
no
I,
leaks.
very
Nothing is leaking
quickly,
from anywhere. You've been told by the staff.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
May I please imbue my tankard with magic? So it's just a wooden tankard with magic, so that the person who drinks from it can never get drunk, like no matter how much they drink. And can I give this to Rogan, please, as a token of, a nice thing? Like,
Are you telling Rogan that, are you just giving Rogan a drink?
no. So I'm going to say to Rogan, as an opening gift for Warbash Manor, please accept this personalized tankard just for you.
Thank you very much. It's really generous of you.
Rogan's
Please
not
use it.
suspicious in the slightest. Rogan's not a suspicious
good.
kind of
You shouldn't
character,
be.
so
You shouldn't
we'll just gratefully accept the gift
Good.
from Marche. As we've seen, Marche does take advantage of Rogan's trusting ways a little bit from time to time, but fine with that.
So, okay, currently Rogan has a tankard that can never get him drunk. Which is
good.
Is that one of your artificer abilities? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
The evening comes and people start gathering. There's not a lot of people, but there's some people and some familiar faces you recognize. Volo is there, so is Floon, and so is Renner. And you also even see Vajra Safar, which is, Blackstaff has come to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the opening of your tavern.
Who? Sorry.
Blackstaff.
Blackstaff.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
with
the
a
lady
couple
with
of
the shoes.
yeah,
Lady with shoes.
with a couple of people who you noticed working at Blackstaff Tower, like some of the clerks and stuff like that, have also come along. There's a few familiar faces that you recognize from the Yawning Portal, like local clientele that you've met and interacted a few times, and they've arrived. There's also everyone from the neighborhood, from Rishal, who's setting up the fireworks, to Vincent Trench sitting in a dark corner and eyeing everyone suspiciously, to Fala, who you've met before, and also Avi and I've even forgotten their names. That's
The
so
armory
embarrassing.
people or the armory?
Yeah, Tally, who did all the furniture, and the armory people. Everyone that you've interacted with in this neighborhood.
Is anyone noticeably missing?
Davil Starsong and Yagra Stonefist, out of the people that you
Right.
know that you've invited, are the only people who have not come.
Did we invite Zoblob?
Oh,
You did not invite Zoblob. No.
that was a rookie error.
Marche,
We
did
should
you
have sent him,
invite
like, a
your...
You can okay. So if you over the last 10 days have gone out of your way to invite Old Zoblob, I will be happy to inform you that Old Zoblob has not arrived.
Did Marche invite her best
That's a
friend,
shame.
Stephen Drum?
Stephen Drum is here,
Yes.
Jeez.
and in fact, before the proceedings even start,
Booey.
Stephen comes up to Marche and says,
Come on.
Mark, you're a miracle worker, Mark. Look at my feet. Look.
Ew.
So some bad news. So the potion you gave me started burning the skin off my legs, and thus they have become significantly smaller. I was in copious amounts of pain and agony, but then my wife said, "Well, why don't you go see a priest?" And the priest cast cure wounds on my legs, and the skin grew back, but not the size, because most of them were burnt off. And look, normal feet. Mark, I suspect there's a potential business solution in this. We could open up an alchemist shop where we provide a service of making people's feet smaller.
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes, Aris, I'm coming. So, I'm so sorry, Stephen.
What?
I'm coming. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. And I go as quickly as I can.
What about Aris's friend in the street that was trying to talk to him the other day? Is that individual?
Yeah.
I haven't. I don't know. One, I don't know
Eric.
what you're talking about. Two, I haven't invited that person.
Well, I mean, Rogan did though, so you know.
Yeah, we invited everyone.
Yeah, and Merrick
why?
and Buddy, the tiefling that looks like he's about to slice you up at any given moment with a smile on his face, is also sitting in a dark corner, but the opposite corner from Vincent. So
I mean, I can't. I'm working the bar. I will never ever go in that corner ever in my life because there's no need.
well, for now, nothing has happened, you know. But he's sitting there, so just letting you know that your friend is there and present.
Is anyone here for Gina? That Gina particularly doesn't.
Well,
want to-
Bonnie's here, so you know,
That's nice.
Yeah,
yeah.
Bonnie's her friend.
Also
Well,
because they're
and-
brothers, but
and her brothers work here as well. So there is that. But yeah, everyone's here, and after a few rounds of drinks have passed, right? Volo gets up on one of the tables and says, "Folks, dear friends, I would like to welcome you to the first night at Morbesh Manor, previously known as Trollskull Manor. When I bought this shithole," everyone laughs, "I did not imagine for once that it will be restored to this glory. It is all thanks to 4 friends, nay, heroes of Waterdeep." It's Rogan Morbash. Take a bow, Rogan.
Thank you very much.
Gina Giggles Good Barrel.
hi.
Marche Docume. And Aris, I don't know Aris's last name.
It's fine.
uh,
It's fine.
everyone claps, and then suddenly there's a thud. There's a thud, a thud,
no.
a thud, a thud. People are thudding their tankards onto the table, and
phew.
a low rumble of speech, 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 speech.
Go ahead, Rogan.
Aris, would you like to give a speech?
It's more Bash Manor.
It's more bad manner.
Yeah.
Should be you, Rogan.
I'd like to welcome you all to the grand opening of this future famed establishment, Morbash Manor. May it be your home from home. May your tankards never run dry. And may you meet friends for a lifetime here within these very walls.
Fantastic.
I want to.
That's very good,
During
actually.
his
Yes, very good.
speech, during his speech, make one of the candles that's near his face like brighter, so he's like a spotlight kind of.
Nice.
Is Marche going to be like, ghosts?
Not that easily frightened.
Marche,
Yeah.
give me a perception check.
Oh, I am that easily frightened. Perception 11.
You hear something upstairs, like a sort of a someone's moving furniture or like like a few things like something crashes. It's not like super loud or anything like that, but like because you're familiar to the noises of this house by now. Like there's something rumbling upstairs. You're not sure what or why because no one should be there. But you do hear something, and you've been paying a lot of attention to the house today, so you did hear something.
Okay. I do not act upon this.
Okay, please continue. Well, actually, let's not continue. Let's everyone avert their gaze to the outside, where pew pew pew. Suddenly, a light show starts. You know. Everyone is enamored, and people didn't expect this. They run up to the windows.
1 second. Did we invite Maxine?
You did not invite Maxine, no.
No.
That's an oversight. We'll have to apologise.
I mean, that is actually a conversation I do kind of want to continue because there's so many directions.
Should have invited Maxine. Sorry. Carry on. Sorry. There's fireworks.
Yeah, like there's a firework display, and everyone's, quite enamored. And this, a pretty cool light show. There's all kinds of shapes. First, it's like simple as like a star, and that's fine, and it's different colors, and that's really neat. And then suddenly, like from the star comes like a bear, and
Oh, wow.
Wow.
yeah, I know, right? It's a lot more complicated because there's like claws and nails and
I like
teeth
that.
and
When
nose.
the bear appeared, Rogan
ears.
just for a split second kind of went for his axe and then relaxed again.
Yeah, and then suddenly there's a parrot coming out of the mouth of that bear.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. And then a cool dog as well, It's just
That
all
dog.
kinds of animals, yeah.
Look at that dog.
Yeah. And finally, it ends on a giant slug as well. As a kind of a little homage to, I guess,
I
your
see.
meeting with Rashad, right? So the light show's really cool. Obviously, it smells of sulfur like heck now. Even though it's magic, but it must the components used in it must have been sulfuric of some kind. So to avert the smell of rotten eggs, everyone closes the tavern's windows and continues drinking. Matchman Free Strings is playing his set. It's okay. It's fine. It's absolutely, like passable. And
Is Gina going to be doing a set for us tonight?
I was doing a set with the free strings.
Oh, you at the same time?
Ah.
Yeah, sure. I think we'll be
Okay.
performing at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Excellent. Okay, so
Has there been anything? Is there anyone here that seems out of place? I know it's a bit of a ragtag crew, but is there anyone within the bar that none of us are kind of aware of, but seems suspicious in some?
give me a second.
I've got a marked deck of cards, right? So I'm just thinking, maybe we could try and win some money to go towards Rogan's cause.
So
Win-
we're opening
win.
a manor,
In
and
our
we're
own.
also going to grift the people that come to the.
I mean, why not?
No. But
No?
I'm playing, so
Yeah, you're
I'm not there.
Rogan wants to earn money as a great adventurer, an entrepreneur,
all right.
not as a grifter. You can grift.
well then. Yeah, but I'd still have to give the money to you, wouldn't I?
No, you wouldn't. You keep it for yourself. It's a secret.
Yeah, if it's a secret grifting, we don't
It's
know.
your
about
secret
But
grift.
then what's the
It's your secret
point
grifting.
then? If
Rogan,
I-
could you give me a perception check?
Yes, I can. That is 21.
Okay, there's something going on upstairs. You didn't notice it before, but there's like loud banging and like someone smashing a wardrobe or something, like a wardrobe door or something
Oh,
like
wow.
that. Something's going on upstairs.
All right, maybe I'll kind of nod to the others and like make a little nod indication upstairs. I don't know whether or not they'll know what that means, but I'm like
can make a
indicating that
perception.
there's something going on like upstairs that I think we should check out.
I mean, you see Rogan do that. It's up to you what you do with that.
Yeah. I'm going to go
I
investigate
guess we
it. So it's
should.
whether or not they interpret that as something that they want to or need to be involved in.
I
would
want
like
to be
go-
involved.
sorry.
No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, go ahead, Gina.
No,
Why am I? Sorry.
if the song is finished, then I'll join. But
Okay.
Yeah,
depends on
yeah.
that.
I can. I mean, I imagine Aris is spending his time sort of being a bit of a server and helping out downstairs, but he can easily step away and join Rogan for what feels like a. I don't think I'm going to end up liking this.
Okay, so you're all going upstairs, yes?
Yes.
Once you approach Rogan's bedroom, you hear like really loud. By now, it's very evident. There's really loud thrashing, right? You hear things banging, and like something. The door is constantly like there's like a thud at the door, like something's trying to break through. Like bang, right? Like bang. It's not like a strong thud. It's
Like
not.
from the outside. Can we see the door?
No, like you can see the door move,
Move.
but it's clearly from inside of Rogan's bedroom, right? It's not. It's clearly it clearly doesn't have a lot of impact on the door, right? Whatever it is, it's not like affecting it much.
Just a lot of noise.
Just a lot of noise, and yeah.
I guess can we hear anything beyond that? Is that something? Oh, is that all we can hear?
Yeah. Can one of you give me another perception check? Someone who's not done one before.
I'll do
I
one.
haven't.
I'll
Yeah.
go for one. 19.
It's crows. It's a lot of crows. You can hear crows.
Crows?
Crows.
I love a crow.
It's just birds. Maybe birds. Maybe there was some roosting in the attic and they've come through or something.
It's possible.
Marche loves crows. Marche can go in.
Oh yes, let me go. Let me go. I love birds. Ah.
Okay, what are you gonna do though? If you open the door, those crows are gonna fly out.
We got to be careful.
I will do another prestidigitation. Sorry, I cannot like literally
Yeah?
not pronounce that spell.
Prestidigitation.
The cantrip. I think I can do like a noise. A puff of wind is not like.
Rogan's
puff
going
of
to
wind
see
might
if there's
keep
like
them
a rug or something, or like some kind of sheet that he can like hold around the door. So if they're going to go in, he can try and like position it to buffer the crows from flying through.
Hey, that's smart.
That's really smart.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, rugs are
Dealt
heavy.
with crows before.
Yeah. I'm gonna need to give you. I'm gonna need you to give me a pure strength check. Just a strength
Oh
check.
wow.
Aris, can Aris help me pick up a rug?
I can help. I'm
If you're helping, it'll give you advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So I'll do a strength check. Well, that was a natural 20. So you know what, Aris? I've got
Wow.
this. I got this.
Wow. Okay. So Rogan's created a rug barrier. I'm sorry. I know we said we wouldn't discuss chat on this stream, but someone said this is not Rogan's first rodeo, and I had to.
That's very good.
I had to.
That's incredible.
Thank you,
Whoever
Delinear, for that.
Delinear, that
Input.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
10 out of 10, Delinear. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah, Rogan's created a barrier, and Marche's gonna sneak in through the carpet once the door is open. Is that the plan?
I think so.
Okay, fantastic. Marche, you're in Rogan's bedroom. It's filthy. Also, it's full of crows and bird poo. The window is open, even though you're certain that when you were wandering around the house and checking that everything is fine, all the windows were bolted shut. Right? but the window is open, and you count at least like 16 crows in this room, right? All flying about,
crows.
cacking maniacally and going, caw, 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 caw. Some of them launching themselves at the carpet, trying to get out. Thankfully, Rogan so far is holding them off.
The window.
Huh?
No, nothing. Sorry, I don't say anything. Sorry.
Okay. What is your plan? How are you gonna stop these birds from? I mean, you could just blast them with a fire potion, but I don't know
really
if that's.
think this far ahead.
I want to yell inside, like, try talking to them.
Yeah.
Hello, crows.
The crows ignore you and cack maniacally as they fly about, launching
Cackle.
themselves. Yeah, sort of like a cackle.
Yeah, caw. Yeah. Can
Caw
I?
maniacally.
Can I try and like waft them out the window?
Waft them out the window.
Yeah.
Okay. What skill are you using here to waft them out of the window?
I'm gonna add my wafting skill. I am using my nature skill.
Well, animal handling would be the more appropriate one, I think, here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
But that skill is worse. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Animal handling to. I've seen crows before in the garden.
Okay.
Yeah, I can get them out.
Okay.
I don't. I rolled a 9. That's it.
So you managed to get one of the 16 crows to fly out of the window as you waft them about, but at this rate, you're going to be here all night. You need a better solution.
Does anyone have a net?
At some point, Rogan is going to give in holding this carpet, especially since crows are, just batting themselves at him. And if they come through, your evening is ruined. There'll be crows everywhere. Your guests will not be happy.
Gina, you got any bright ideas?
I'm not gonna thunder wave them out because that
Just break my mirror.
Probably break a few things.
Do we want to though?
I don't know what to. I genuinely don't know what to do with these crows.
Perhaps we could. Oh no, go
I
on.
was going to
Sorry.
say, if they're only in this room, we could just close the door and it could be a problem to deal with later. And
Is there something in this room that seems like it's attracted them to the room?
Maybe Marche can make a perception check.
Oh, okay. Oh, because I'm in the
An
room.
open
Yeah.
window.
Natural 20.
Hey, so you notice
Jeez.
a pattern, right? Like they seem to be circling something, but there's nothing there. But there is very clearly like all of their sort of orbits, right?
Right.
They're orbiting something that's just in front of that mirror. And as soon as you gaze into that direction, all the crows go "Rah!" and then fly out the window.
Gaze into the direction of the mirror.
Yeah, into that sort of center where they all, orbiting.
I'm just going to say, I've dealt with it. You can come in.
Itchy ghost.
Fantastic. Marche, how did you get rid of the crows?
I'm just very smart, and I'm used to birds. I told you I love birds. I just spirited them away.
Truly incredible.
well, great. I guess that was maybe not as big of a problem as we first thought.
Can I also do a perception check to see like the damage and what's going on? And
Yeah, some furniture has been dented, and a few of Rogan's personal belongings have been knocked over, and nothing major. A broken cup here or there. That's about it, really.
Gina, did you say it's the ghosts in character? Like
No.
Emma, I mean, sorry. Did you say it's the ghosts in character? No, okay.
no, it was me as Emma.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's it. There's no more damage. I recommend you bolt the window, though, because
Can I set an alarm on the window also, please?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that like a level 1 spell or?
I think so. I can't find it right now. I know I have
That-
it.
Is the alarm better than just the really loud noise that we'd hear from the crows being in the room.
Well,
It could be anything. Maybe there's a horrors next time.
but clearly we didn't hear them come in straight away because the room was a mess. So I just thought maybe it would be helpful to hear them.
Someone heard banging there, right? It was you, wasn't it? You just chose not to do anything about it.
Well, yeah, because I'm
But we don't know that.
blasé.
We don't know that, but she knows that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very sorry. I can't find the power.
It's okay.
But I do have.
I can look it up.
You've got power.
I can set an alarm.
So it's a
I
first
know
level
that.
spell.
Yeah.
So you'll take one of your first
Slots. Oh, here it is. I found
slots.
it. You set an alarm against unwanted intrusion. It lasts 8 hours. Choose a door, a window, or an area within range. Yeah, it's fine. The alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area.
It's also a mental alarm. So it's not really audible. But you'll
No, I
hear
can
it.
make an audible one.
You can make an audible.
either.
Yeah. But
Oh, please don't.
No.
I don't want to get woken up in the middle of the night by some really loud alarm.
Well,
It's
you
your
have to
room,
sleep in a
though.
different room
You couldn't
then.
know that the crows have come in.
That's true.
no, like it'll only activate upon unwanted
through it.
intrusion anyway. So broken is a
through
wanted intrusion.
Yes.
No, that's
Yeah,
true.
I can set it to not activate if like any of us, just want to open the window up.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay, I'll
fine.
cast that.
You can cast it on the entire room as well if you like. Doesn't just have to be
Oh no, just the window.
just the window. Okay.
They're not going to come through
So-
the
Why
door.
not the
are
so-
they?
entire room?
Marche was the only one in the room, or was Gina in the room as well?
It was only Marche.
So only Marche saw the weird circling around the mirror thing, and has just told us he is just really good with crows. As the explanation of what occurred. Okay, fine. So we don't know anything about that. Okay, fine.
Okay, fantastic. As you go downstairs, no one's even noticed anything. Everyone's still drinking. People are getting a little happy. It's that moment of the night, where like, and drinks are super cheap today anyway because it's grand opening. So people are having a good time. They're having a good memorable moment. But after about half an hour, there's a strange moment where a gust of wind just blows over the entire room, and all the candles just and go out.
That wasn't me.
Everyone looks around. And all the windows are closed. And then Cal, one of your 4 workers, goes around and puts all the candles back on, and people continue drinking, and Matcham continues playing a song, and no one pays it any more attention than that. But it did happen.
That's not the biggest deal, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Ghosts.
Just hire an extra member of staff to relight candles every now and again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Just get a glass jar around our candles. That's all.
Yeah, it's true.
Paul, there's a paw on your shoulder, a hand, something grabs it, and you turn around, and Merrick goes, Alice! How you doing, my boy? Listen, I've been wandering around your fine establishment, looking at all the rooms and everything. You've
Good,
got
great. All right.
quite
see
a
you later.
quite a setup here. I saw you have an alchemist's room, and
Wait, why
that's
were you-
exciting.
You
Tell
probably
you what,
shouldn't go upstairs.
that's all right, boy. I just wanted to have a look at how you live now. Listen, I have a business proposal for you.
Great.
We
If you
could make
put it through my assistant,
fake potions and sell them like real potions.
or you could just make real potions.
It's a ghost.
But why? We would make so much more money. I have all kinds of recipes for fake ingredients and fake potions. We'll make a killing.
Well, you should speak to Marche, or there's actually, we met an elf recently who lives in this neighborhood, and they have an elf shop, and they do
An elf shop.
herbs.
In Elvonish.
Elfage shop.
I can't be bothered dealing with elves. Come on, it's going like the olden days. We'll go into business together. We'll make a lot of money.
I have an ulcer now, and I can't.
Listen, I kept meaning to mention to you that I felt bad about how we left things back in Baldur's Gate. And
How did we leave things back in Baldur's Gate?
well, obviously there's some animosity, and I always thought, my boy, one day I will make it up to you. And with this sale that I've just made, I made quite a lot of money, and I thought, my boy's opening up his own tavern, and that's nice. So I've got a pouch here.
Ouch.
Yeah, I just thought, it's just some money to say, well done in life. I know you're not my actual son, but I've looked after you, and it thought, it's like a little present for your tavern opening up and everything. He hands you a pouch.
Well, thank you. That's very nice of you. You should probably give that to Rogan. That could be an investment in the business.
Oh, that's it's for you. This is.
Well, I now I live a bit differently now, and with my ulcer, and also I have a hernia too, and
well, you should take this money, get yourself a potion of healing. I'll sort you out.
I'm doing some different things in my life now, and wow, look at the time. I have to immediately be in my bed by myself.
Immediately.
That's the time. So I'll be, if you need me, I won't be here.
And he almost grabs you, but through the hustle and bustle of people, there's just like people moving around, someone's getting drinks, and it creates just enough of an opportunity for you to slink away unnoticed. And he's just going,
I want to do some pretty intense slinking away from him as much as possible.
Okay.
Intense slinkery.
Well,
Apps, yes.
You'll be happy to know that you slinked away and you didn't see him for the rest of the evening. And as far as the rest of the evening goes, it went all right. The music was good and the food was good. You only had burgers, but that's fine. That was your butcher supplier that you paid free dragons to. If you remember, he provided you with a lot of burgers. Everyone's eating burgers that day, and that's it. Really,
That's quite good.
yeah, that's all right. It's good food. It's decent food. You thought about maybe you could source some kipper and chips, but it just didn't happen.
Quipper and chips.
And the evening went by. Nice, people ate, people drank, people were happy. Bit by bit, a lot of people left. At the end of the night, it was just you, Volo, Renner, and Floon. Everyone got really drunk.
Except Rogan.
Except Rogan, who's perfectly sober somehow.
Rogan's kind of like wondering if the beer's not very good, or perhaps he's just that good of a drinker. He just thinks maybe he just outdrank everyone.
Maybe he
that
did.
that was my plan, is to try and make you like feel good and like you can trounce all of these people. Could I, if like when the party has died down, can I communicate to everybody, please, what actually happened in Rogan's room?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, is that fine?
Yeah,
is
that's
that
fine.
now? Is that?
Yeah,
Does anyone like? Is that fine for everybody that the party is kind of finished and we're debriefing? Okay, so I'm guessing we're all sort of gathered around, having a little chat at the end of the evening, and I say to them, I said I'm good with crows. Well, it's not exactly the case. I did drink a potion which made me very strong and very capable before I went into the room, but I don't think that's why the crows left. Because the potion, in fact, was just made out of slug and it was disgusting, and I don't quite know why I drank it. But I just wondered what it would do. I test things out on myself from time to time, you know. Anywho, so this may have been a fantasy, a hallucination, if you will.
The slug
But
talking.
The slug. This. I think I'm hallucinating again. I just heard a voice. But yes, this may have been the slug talking. But the crows were circling, and they were circling around your mirror, Rogan. And then as soon as I looked at the mirror, the crows disappeared. Oh, not disappeared. Flew out the window. I mean, like disappeared off. And I don't know why.
They were flying around the mirror.
They were flying in front of the mirror. Like the mirror was here, and they were sort of circling around in front of the mirror. And I don't know why. I mean, I didn't want to pry in your personal stuff in your room, but I thought that was a little strange.
And this was the same mirror that had that writing on, right?
Indeed.
Let's go break it.
Can we move it into Gina's room if we're going to break this mirror? I think I'm
We
comfortable.
can move it outside before we break it. I mean,
I may be a little bit superstitious in where I'm from. Breaking mirrors is considered bad luck.
could have been broken by all the crows. So
You can break
no
the
one
mirror
up
if you
for
like.
break.
If you want to break the mirror, I will happily move it for you. But I don't want any part of the breaking.
It's fine. I can cast a spell of good luck, and then you won't not cast a spell. Cast a spell over a potion of good luck, and then you won't suffer the consequences of the bad luckski, as it were.
See,
Right.
can you cast that on all of us, or
Gino, it's not a real thing. I'm just saying it for Rogan.
I mean, it's fine.
What?
Rogan's not going to
Yes, I
break the
can do
mirror
it for
anyway. So,
everybody.
it doesn't matter to Rogan. So Rogan just kind of like picks up the mirror and moves it and puts it outside the front door for whatever the rest anyone else wants to do with it. He's gonna move out of the way. He doesn't want any part of shattering this spooky mirror that's been in his room. He's a bit freaked out.
so
Is there
should
anything-
we break it?
You moved the mirror out. You lifted the mirror. It was touch and go. You actually almost dropped it down, walking down the stairs. But thankfully,
Potion of
course
good
we
luck
did.
kicked in. Don't worry about it.
it's also maybe the potion of a tankard that didn't get you drunk. You know that might have helped. You know the rest of you are a little bit intoxicated.
Oh, then I'm definitely smashing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Oh,
Drunk
Gina's an
Gina.
angry drunk.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
just breaking stuff is fun.
I
Okay.
see.
Okay. Who's gonna clean it?
Mirrors on
Oh,
the street.
it's outside,
Clean it.
right?
Yeah. So who cares? No one cleans the outside.
That's the problem for tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, fantastic. So
So-
you,
so we
you
have-
break the mirror. The mirror is broken. There's glass everywhere. The frame is now just a frame without anything in it. And some people were walking down the street, looked at you strangely, and, you know, just carried on walking at a slightly brisker pace. But otherwise, it's, you know, a broken mirror outside your tavern.
Okay, where's a broom? I will at least scoop it together into a pile, and then we'll get rid of it.
Scoop, scoop.
Scoop, scoop.
Scoop, scoop.
Scoop,
Scoop,
scoop.
scoop. Good, good.
Swipe, swipe. Broom,
All right.
broom.
Okay. The rest of the night goes by uneventfully. And in fact, it's a really beautiful morning in Waterdeep. There's lots of pleasant noises from the outside, the hustle and bustle of the city. You notice 4 halflings set themselves up on the street, and 2 of them are playing a lute and... Not a lute.
Are they minding the glass?
Oh, no, they're further away.
Oh, I see,
You know,
okay.
they're further away
Okay.
in Trollskull
good.
Alley.
I know
Yeah,
their health
two
and
of them.
safety team.
2 of them are
Yeah.
playing a wind instrument of some sort, and the other 2 are dancing. And people are walking by and getting ready for the day. You grab a couple of broadsheets whilst you set yourselves up with breakfast, there's news of Morbash Manor, a new alley,
Great.
a tavern in Trollskull Alley. It's all the way
Brilliant.
down on the bottom of the other side of the page of the broadsheet.
A beginning. It's a start.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
yeah.
a start. That's really good.
Did we cash up at the end of the day?
You did. You'll make. So we'll count money at the end of every 10 days.
Okay.
You know, whether you
Sure.
made good or you made bad. But yeah, yesterday was obviously a good business day because there was a lot of people and.
Did we pay the artificer for making the
Magician, you mean?
The magician,
For
sorry,
the
yeah,
fireworks.
magician.
No, the fireworks were a gift.
Oh, they were a gift. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we thank everybody?
Yeah, you did. You did, absolutely.
I don't want to be rude.
And as you set yourselves up with some croissants and grapes and a
Ooh.
big mug of coffee.
Fancy.
I know,
And
right? Well, you've got a pretty good cook in the kitchen now, so,
Yeah, that's true.
and he's been making
He can
all
make
kinds
grapes.
of food. Windows rattle as the roar of an explosion fills Trollskull Alley.
Whoa.
It's immense. It's actually really. It's not. It's something serious. It came out of nowhere, and it's a big blast. As you look outside, there's charred bodies and anguished screams that fly
wow.
through the air.
Wow.
There's a
Okay.
thick cloud of acrid smoke that billows outward from the blast, which seems to have occurred right outside your door. And we'll end on that.
Oh,
was it at the spot where the mirror was?
No,
Okay.
no.
good.
It was further away. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Good.
Yeah.
Can I quickly ask, is the tavern damaged at all? Does it blow out windows or do worse than that?
We'll find out all of this
Are
next
there-
week.
Are there emergency vehicles
be
on the scene,
continued.
right?
To be continued, indeed. What happens next week? We'll have to watch to
come
find
on.
out,
I'll have to
right?
watch to find out.
Do I not have a memory from when I take part, or do I have to just watch?
No, you just have to watch it back.
Yeah, you just have to watch it back. Thank you, everyone, for partaking. I hope you enjoyed the opening of Morbash Manor, and I'm sorry that we ended on a sour note, but that's what happens in the adventure sometimes. Bad things
That's
happen.
the tale.
Yep, that's the
High
tale.
drama.
If you're watching on Twitch, we'll be back next week, 8 p.m. UK time, which is BST. And if you're watching on YouTube, we'll be back next Monday. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.